Good morning. Hello. First, I would just like to say happy birthday to my mom. It's my mom's birthday. She's turning 25. It is way too early for me to call her. So I figured if she comes back and watches this, she can know. Happy birthday. So back at it again, Canada. I have been debating over and over again on to how I can store my stones. I have kept them in a binder. This was the easiest way for me. So some of the little, things I have here. But I find that they fall out. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So excited to be here. Kept the AC on all night long. So it is yummy, yummy, and delicious out here. So excited. So again, more and more unpacking, getting stuff together. I'm hoping today to be able to, I found my deodorant. If my husband's watching, I found my deodorant. He got upset with me this morning because I used his deodorant. It is 8:22 here. Already had my coffee, just jazzed. So, yeah. So be sure that if you see my mom today, wish her happy birthday. It's my mom's birthday. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is keeping some of my maybe higher quality stones in a little folder here. These are just for playing cards or collectible cards or whatnot. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, but I've got a whole bunch. So I think what I'm going to do is put some in here. Some of my bulk ones, and this is just what you can get for, you already wrote it on Facebook, good, what you can get at Hoblob. I got this one for $1.99, and I think you can use the 40% off coupon, so it ends up being, I'm only an hour behind you. It just ends up being pretty cheap. So yesterday, I went through and I organized a lot of my solderable accents, which I'm hoping to kind of knock out some stacker rings and, like bypass rings, something where I could put a nice little stone, like maybe something like this. You have a nice little Labradorite, go from there. So finding little things like this and putting it together. But got my water, stay hydrated. All right. So I'm just gonna keep going. If you guys have any questions, I figured I'd go in live, test my audio, test my lighting. Can never stress that enough that it's always good to just test. So I have this. You can get these. You can get this at Hobby Lobby too. I think I actually repurposed this one. This one happened to come from like natural stone beads. So I use this because it's really easy. The solderable accents I get, and it's just like a silver punch. I could probably, as you can see here, these are just little butterflies. I could probably punch it and then saw some out to make my own custom ones. But it's nice sometimes. It's to get this going, little bison heads. I ordered a few more from the same guy who made these, so I'm really excited for those to come in. So yeah. Okay, so let's do this. And of course I have teeny tiny, looks like a pill case. Yeah, you could probably use that too. Teeny tiny little amethyst. I am still working on sizes as far as what I'm most comfortable with. Another thing I wanted to see is I have a lot of fonts for stamps. And if anyone wants some, I guess I was thinking about selling some. These are humongous stamps. This is a big 2. I just have a boatload. I was thinking about putting them together, seeing what I'm missing, and maybe selling them as a set. So, can you tell I'm all over the place? All right, here we go. So, debatable, but I think I'm going to organize my stones for size-wise, maybe even color goes. But organizing my bench, after I get my stones situated, I need to go through literally my silver. Right before I left California, I literally opened the bag and just went because everything went from like 0 to 1,000. So I had to move like really, really fast as far as moving goes. So let's see here. Maybe I'll put them in the same color kind of color thing scheme. Maybelline, maybe she's Maybelline. I'm so into the long cabochons right now. So I think that's what I'll do. And then maybe sort of similar shapes. I'll put them together too. Of course, I've got a lot. Ooh, that's pretty. It's very, I don't know if you'll be able, yeah, see how see-through that is? That's a Labradorite. A lot of the same kind of shapes, the free-form shapes of the Labradorite. I know I have a lot of Labradorite and I have a lot of foxes right now. I've gotten a wholesale, so that'll be really fun to go through. Let me see if I can crank this down a little bit so you can see more what I'm doing. There we go. Boxes, yes ma'am. I'll show those in just a second. Yesterday I was just so excited to get on that I just left everything. So, like little foxes, different sizes. You got ones that are a little fatter. Some strawberry quartz foxes. I got some garden quartz, money bags. It's a fun one. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of foxes. Super cute. I had made a ring and sold it. But they are so cute, especially the garden quartz ones. So those will go in there. Of course, I love the more different and unusual. I've got a dragon. I have a black one and I have a white one. This one will have to go obviously elsewhere. Put it up here. Stars too. Exactly. Good morning, Mr. Jim. Obviously, these bigger ones too would make a dope pendant. Yeah, absolutely. This one too. You get a lot of. Got this one Sodalite here. It's a carved. It's a carved something. Flower, perhaps. Snake. Slippery snake. I don't know. Anyways, we'll put that right there. Kyanite. It's perfect. What is I think this is lavender. Yeah, that's lavender. Little incense there. Okay, essential oils. All right. So then I got some really nice quality moonstones from Mr. Jim. So that's going to be a whole nother section. Some stones, you have to be mindful that sticking them together like this is not good. I know in a sense, because they can rub together and the friction will cause some dullness on the sides. And you don't want that, especially when you're wearing it. Something like Labradorite is okay for the time being. I mean, I don't want to take it, like shake it up. But definitely something you do not want to put together in a bag would be fluorite. Anything that maybe has a Mohs hardness of 4 and under, just saying, you know, not putting in a bag together. Let's see here. Of course, I got the dinos. I can't get over how cute these dinos are. I cannot wait to play. Dinos are going to be in their own thing. Got this lovely, was thinking about capping the top of this. It's a perfect almost, and making a pendant just like that. The bigger ones, the bigger stones, I bought this one because you could see the fire in it. But larger cabochons kind of frighten me a bit. It's a lot of silver to work with, or a lot of copper, but this stone had to be, and that's not, obviously there's no light behind me. I just have my window right here. But that is a beautiful rose quartz. Another one too, in more of an oval shape. You have the natural growth formations inside of there. It just casts the rainbows, so it's beautiful. Yes, prong set them. I do need to work on my prong settings. I've got some blue goldstone. I know it's just glass, but I love goldstone. I think it's gorgeous. This guy right here is Labradorite. This one actually came from it was like a hemp bracelet. My mom had it for the longest time, and I was like, my gosh, what is this? And it is the most effortless, flashy front and back Labradorite that I think I have in my collection. I don't know if I will be able to part with it, at least for right now. It is definitely, you can see the shift from yellow to blue, and the back is just absolutely no exception. This is a stunning one. So it's like one of my higher quality pieces in my my humble opinion. Another thing too, if you're, you know, thinking about making jewelry or something, taking tape and setting them together just like this, and then maybe even grabbing a notepad and getting them and sticking them on in your notepad and tracing it out. That way you can doodle upon doodle upon doodle to figure out, you know, what your exact setting you want is. But again, I got these, it's a tanzanite, and it's not an astrophyllite. I keep on wanting to call it, but I think it starts with an S. But it's basically, it has the schillers in there like an astrophyllite, but it's the green. This is beautiful. So the smaller ones I'm going to kind of put separately. I got these right here. Majority of the ones in this plastic container I got from Milk and Sugar Gem Emporium. They're on Facebook, and they have an Etsy. I mentioned them last night. But they have really awesome deals. And of course, they do wholesale. They're based out of California. So, you know, they're not, the shipping's not going to take twice as long if maybe they were, you know, across the pond. But I had to, hi, Jennifer. I had to get some of these drusies, these agates, excuse me, and even this carnelian agate because of the banding and the moon shapes, obviously. And of course, beautiful opals. This is going to have to be one that I'm going to put in my little dangly dupe, which in translation means binder. Gosh. Some more odd shapes, maybe you won't necessarily see, but, you know, triangle. I love the different and unusual. You'll find that a lot in the jewelry that I make. And then, of course, I think a stone maybe people sleep on a little bit, sunstone. You have, you know, a little bit more quartzy, and then you have one that maybe is more, obviously, a little bit of a higher quality. But nonetheless, you get beautiful any which way you turn it. It's absolutely stunning. So, yeah. Yum, yum, yum. These ones here, these will definitely go in my binder as well. so I don't want to scratch them up. Things that like are glass, like these. You see, oftentimes I put tape behind my stuff. Foiled glass is not one that you want to put tape behind, because when you remove the tape, that foil is just going to come off with it. And that's how you really mess up a lot of that pigment on there. So be mindful of that. Okay. Ocean Jasper is another one that I absolutely love and encourage you to check out, because it comes in pretty much all the colors here. This is one that's shaped like an ammonite shell. Gorgeous. So a lot of the smaller ones are high quality ones. I'm going to stick in this one right here. Again, another one. This is Bumblebee in the Matrix. These would make, I got this obviously beautiful for earrings, and the sticker, look at this. At the back. The white is just the sticker on here. I got to clean these off better, but these are beautiful. These Kyanite, you can get some bulk stones like this from Mr. Jim, Mountain Trails Gems and Jewelry. But in here, you can find some of the Kyanite that speak to you, and it's flat enough that you could do a prong setting, or you can wire wrap. Even like this one right here, perfect, you know? So if you think they're just going to be chippies, you are mistaken. Okay, so I will probably have a little, also these containers are absolutely wicked sick to put stuff in. I don't even know where okay. Essentials. This is where I got them from. I think Walmart, perhaps. Either way, it's a 2-pack, but I got a boatload of them. Okay, a great place to find things like this, Dollar Tree, is yard sales. Don't sleep on those yard sales. Okay, another one I was mentioning last night. Stone Hoarder. Be careful because she has some wicked sick stuff. The different, the unusual, and she has a website. So if you can't find anything on her actual Instagram, she has a website. So trying to put the alike colors and sizes in here. I also got this one. I thought that this was really fun and different. It's a Labradorite shaped like a bullet. When you're soldering, you always want to have like a spot, at least so you try. I have a flat spot right here. I was thinking about capping it. It is very dangerous. It's dangerous. Of course, some star rubies. Can't wait to play with those. I have to be like in a good mindset to play with those. Oh man, probably one of my favorite stones because they look like lemons. It is fossilized coral. Stingray coral is another one of those. Gorgeous. Again, coffin shapes. Cannot stop. Perfect for any time. Hi. Reppin' Canada. I know I got here to Texas and I was wearing this shirt and I was like, I wonder what they think about me because I have a Canada shirt on. Beautiful purple Labradorite. Again, Mr. Jim hooking it up. Beautiful purple. Okay. Got I think a Tanzanite. I believe that's what this is. I could be incorrect. But then got like a Jasper of sorts. Love me some Canada. Some of the best candy comes from Canada, in my opinion. All right. Of course, keep your bags. Recycle your bags. I've got some opals. Opal's going to go in this one because I am definitely going to be putting those in my binder. I don't want to lose anything. Stick these guys in here. I need to get me some double-sided tape. Okay, and then this one right here, I was trying to show last night. I paid up for this cabochon, but it is a stunning garden quartz. You can get lost in there. When I think about garden quartz, I think about the Who, like the Grinch and Dr. Seuss and everything. I think, you know, there's probably like something going on in there in the little thing. Another one, obviously I showed this one last night. She still has some more eyeballs for sale, but I just love the attention to detail. You can see here, amylite. I may have ammonite and amylite, but I don't believe I just have amylite. But I've got so much that I'm sorting through right now. I may. So this is another one that I'm going to actually put in my binder. Kind of just cleaning off my desk as I go to kind of get a space going to work here. Again, I had gotten the hookup of a bunch of gorgeous moonstone. I have found in my small amount of time working with jewelry that some of the best moonstone comes from India. The clarity that you get from India, I mean, it's like looking through quartz, but then you see a rainbow flash. So here's another little fox. So cute. Of course, I had to. I don't care if it's not Halloween time. There's always time for spooky ooky. This is a stunning, this is a gold sheen obsidian. And it's a nice size. You can see here, so to make a dope cuff or even a dope pendant, or if you wanted to boss up and, you know, wear it as a ring. This one right here, I had kind of been, I had missed by like seconds. She had some amber that actually had like a mosquito in it, and I missed it. Ugh! But this one has been haunting my dreams. I think about this all the time. I might make this into, I'm going to have to make this into a pendant, but of course you have your green amber. Oh, it's stunning. I love it so much. That one's going to have to go in the special pile. And then, of course, uncovering just layers upon layers of just stuff, because I couldn't, like a normal person, when I was actually moving, like stop buying. I just continued to buy because I have an issue. So, of course, some more yum yum. We got another coffin shape. We have some unakite here. This fat moonstone cabochon. Do you imagine? Look at that. Good morning. Go in the moonstones, the facets. I will forever. Look at the facets. Yum, yum. And then pyrite. That's another thing. Stone Hoarder right now just put out a little like preview to her next, like she does cabochon releases and sets. And she's doing strawberry quartz and pyrite. I got an issue. Need a tissue. So there's that. I love pyrite. I got to find out like metaphysical properties of pyrite. I don't have my book in front of me. But I got to find that out to see what it is, because I love me some pyrite. So if you guys had seen, probably, I don't know, maybe back in May? No, July. I did a whole bunch of sets of cabochons to kind of like get rid of my bulk. And I had, thank goodness, some leftover ones. And so I'm just taking them off of the sheets that I have. It's like this right here. Got some onyx. Got, of course, I think this may be marcasite. No, this is pyrite. Pretty sure it's pyrite. Love me some pyrite. Picture jasper. Some of these were putbacks. And then, of course, the smaller ones, I'm going to kind of just leave on here. Put them in a little guy here. Little fella. Does anyone have any plans today? Anything exciting going on? Oh, this is one that I was super excited that didn't sell. Again, facets. Look at how a facet, a checkerboard cut, just accentuates this tiger's eye. The chatoyancy, of course. You have your rhombus-shaped labradorites, yum, 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 and your Buddha. You're cutting dino poop? Awesome. In my money bag here. They're just agate, but sometimes an agate is just enough to tickle that pickle. And I got this sent to me in one of these guys here, but I'm going to remove the butterfly clip. And yeah. Okay. Celestite, gorgeous. A heart-shaped, faceted. This would be perfect for a prong setting. Smoky quartz. There you are. There you are, lovely. Can't. Oh, she's so pretty. There you go. This one will have to go in the teensy guy. Okay. This one, I made a pendant for another YouTuber. Well, she's on YouTube. I don't know if she actually has content. That doesn't really matter. But this is a scenic jasper. Oh, it's so, I got to show you. It's probably one of the pieces that I am most proud of that I made. Let's see. So a lot of what I use too is repurposed. So like this top section here is an earring I repurposed. This came off of something else. This, the turquoise over here, actually came from a old cross that was like deteriorating, but it had beautiful oval shaped turquoise in there. And of course, whenever you make beads or little silver balls like this, you can take it from, you know, any scrap silver that you have. But this is probably one of my most proud of pieces that I've made. And of course, it came from this kind of material, which depending on, you know, how you can really kind of see and imagine a world in there. Like the rolling hills, just absolutely gorgeous. So this would be a beautiful one. I think being here in Texas and just kind of going through, of course, I think when you're a jeweler or you're starting out, you tend to kind of go through a lot of the different culture to kind of find your inspiration without taking away from someone else's stuff that they do, their individuality. So I enjoy the Southwest. There's another humongous Labradorite there. So you can say I'm not short on Labradorite. But yeah, that's what I really enjoy probably most about jewelry is the cultural. These would make really beautiful earrings as well. So fun. And then Russian charoite only comes from one place. Russia. So sticking that. Probably not going to have enough space in here. In the charoite, I'm going to stick there. Some more stuff. It's endless, guys. Absolutely endless. Hello Kitty. I don't know if you'll be able to see. These boxes are so cool, but I don't want to open it and explode the Hello Kitties everywhere. But so super cute. One's in a bit of a smoky and the other one is a strawberry quartz. Little Hello Kitties. And they're perfect being in this little container right here because I could just, you know, slap them over there. Hi. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited. This one I'm actually going to keep in, again, Stone Hoarder. Check her out, Instagram. She also has a website. This one's definitely Southwestern. You have your Chrysocolla, spiny oyster. This coffin shape, I want to show close up because I just cannot. It's a little bit of all three. Obviously, it's reconstituted. Let's focus. But that is such an interesting take on Southwest. You have your spiny oyster, chrysocolla, and your turquoise in there. Reconstituted just means they take the chips and set it in resin, clear resin, so you can see everything. Yeah. Of course, fluorite. Get these from Mr. Jim. Beautiful. And of course, I also got this puppy for Mr. Jim. See if I can show you in the light here. Beautiful. You can see, I keep it in my window. It's a beautiful way to show the striations and lines. Fluorite is a actual clear stone, and with the minerals and deposits that are found in the different striations, it turns the colors. Fluorite is pretty much found in all sorts of colors. Moonstones, if you didn't know, also come in variations of color as well. Black, pink, green. You have gray moonstone, pink moonstone. Yeah, right. So, like for example, this one here is not a moonstone, but it is a blue lace agate. Look at the quartz in that. That would make a killer ring right there. Ooh, that one's gonna go in this special. This one has marcasites in it, or maybe this could be pyrite with some. Anyways, gorgeous. I got it from Mr. Jim. Ocean Jasper. Ugh. Petersite. So got some OJ, got some Yum. Galaxy quartz. Stunning. Quartz with pyrite. Beautiful. That one's gonna go into special. So again, like I mentioned, I have a literal issue. These kite-shaped yellow chalcedony is absolutely wicked sick. I did get a few of these. Yes. It has pink in it. There we go. Pink and green. The nodules in this spectacular. She's a thick one. But I love the fat bottom pear shapes. Very reminiscent of my fat bottom. But I ended up getting some more of these bar shapes of the Labradorite. I am in love with the long ones right now. I'm going through it. But the kite shapes are another one of those. Top notch. Why do I have to go to a British accent? Just be like a normal person. So have some tourmalated quartz here. I actually ended up getting, and that's the thing too. If you're looking for a supplier, if you're looking for someone you could trust, talk to them. It is almost like unitite. I can show you the differences here because I actually have both specimens. So unitite's a little bit more limey. Let me just do this. There we go. But yeah, they're both jaspers, so it's not so far-fetched. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, talk to the people, ask them about where they get their stuff, ask them about what kind of stuff they get in, when they get their shipments, talk to them about what they have, because they may have stuff in the back that they haven't shown you. That way I have a couple people who message me on the side before they put stuff out to everybody, so I get kind of like a first dibs. And Milk and Sugar actually sent me a picture of a tourmalated amethyst cabochon. I obviously had to get it. And when I find it, I'll be sure to show. It's somewhere in the heap. But let me tell you, top notch. Never seen anything like that in my life. So very excited. Again, just some more tumbles. Put that in the, it's so beautiful. Somewhere around here. Of course, these are on just tape, but these are perfect. They're almost identical for earrings and such. So I'm actually going to put those in a separate area. That's one thing that I have to start working on is earrings. I got to try that out. I think we have some Sodalite here. Yes, the Sodalite is so deep dark. It almost has, it's like a blurple. Beautiful. I'm actually going to put you over here. And then this one's another one. So as I mentioned, she goes through and she does certain stone combinations. This is the most recent purchase I actually got from her. I ended up getting 2 Labradorites. This is glass and these 2 are glass, but it doesn't matter. Freeform quartz here. And then this one, she actually had this one heavily discounted because I'm going to bring it closer and try to show. This is a skull here, but the imprint of it isn't very deep. So she had it heavily discounted. But let me tell you that this is dope. You can spider. It survived. It's fine though. Please don't kill me. Anyways, yeah, here we go. So this is another one. Again, obsessed with the bar-shaped. Cannot. Love it. So a lot of her stuff, as it's already on the card. Just gonna stick it. Just gonna stick it. Where my other binder go? Oh, here. I'm doing really good. Yas. Okay. There she blows. Just like that. Or bud. Everybody in the club get tipsy. This one, again, is another one, sort of like the Labradorite, that I'm going to have a hard time using if I ever use. This is an ametrine. Good morning. Ametrine. So ametrine obviously is a mix of citrine and amethyst. And you can find it just like this, or you can kind of find it a little different. But that one I kind of paid up for because when I saw it, I was like, oh! So you know how that goes sometimes. Just takes over your body. All right. Of course, some more moonstones. You'll find when you're looking at moonstone, the higher the quality, the clearer the stone are. And that's not to say about every single stone. Like take rhodochrosite, for example, the one that looks like bacon. When it has more of the banding and the more of the individual lines, can I please have your business email? Sure can, sweet sugar. moonstonemamas@gmail.com. Pretty simple. Rhodochrosite, the more banding or the more bacon-like you have in the stone, the more higher quality it is. So just because something may be clearer doesn't mean that it's higher quality. But for moonstone, for example, this would be a good one. And if you're new here and wonder why I'm called the Moonstone Mamas, it's actually a play on the whole thing. You're welcome, sugar. My mom and I started the channel back in 2019. Was it? Unreal. Maybe. 2019. And during that time, the matriarch of her family, my grandmother, was actually getting sick with Alzheimer's. And we wanted a way to kind of have the continuation of her love, her support, of her being a part of this, because I know this would have been a huge thing for her. She has since passed, and we're thankful because she's no longer sick, she's no longer suffering. But Moonstone is an alternate birthstone of June, which was her birth month. Moonstone mamas, because we all had a child exit our vagina. And yeah, so it goes on and on. So that's why we're the Moonstone mamas. And that's why we have that name. Also, Moonstone's beautiful. It also, in the metaphysical, represents new beginnings, represents new starts, rebirth, all like that. How's your mom going with the move? Everything's kind of happening all at once for her. So it's kind of the similar as to our move. It was hurry up and wait. And then now it's all happening. So she, at the end of the month, will be in her new house. So we're so excited for her. My dad will have a yard again and a bigger house, obviously. Careful with rhodochrosite, though. There's a calcite from China, pork stone, they call rhodochrosite. Let me tell you, I actually have some pork stone. I gotta find it because it's one of my, do you like my outfit? It's one of my favorites because it looks like an eyeball. I carried it in my purse with me because I didn't want to lose it. And look at me now, losing it. Once I find it, I'll show you. There she goes. Just, maybe it's a language barrier. Oh, maybe. I do have, yeah, I can see how, though, that those two would be commonly missed or kind of switched around because it does have the banding. Just sent you an email. Oh, okay, cool. I haven't gotten anything yet. But I'll let you know. Okay. Oh, what was I doing? Okay. Yeah, porkstone. Love it. So cute. I have my sphere again somewhere around here. Somewhere. Sorry about that. All right. Okay. I've probably taken these out 6 or 7 times because I love them so much. Okay. I got these from Mr. Jim, Mountain Trails Gems and Jewelry. Look at these. Okay. These are Bumblebee Jasper. And they're chief heads. Okay. Just outstandingly spectacular. Like I said, I've probably taken these out a couple of times just to look at them because they are just gorgeous. Say, being in Texas, I kind of feel like you kind of unlock a little bit of the Southwestern there. But I just think the detail on these, yeah, the detail on these are absolutely exquisite. Just breathtaking. The way that the artist was able to carve out the features, having a lot of the matrix in the face, spectacular. Cannot. So those are one that obviously is going to be going in those. Any of these can be set, whether it's in a cuff, bracelet, pendant, whatever. I have 3 of them. They're all here. So if you want something made, let me know. All this stuff you see here, not just going to get for funsies, legitimately getting to place in, some work. Oh, cool. I think on our way here to Texas, we kind of went Arizona and then may have hit New Mexico just a little bit on our way in, and then kind of just hit El Paso. And then we were in Texas for like ever, because we're in southern Texas. So going down into Texas, I feel like we were in forever. Anyways, there's that. I'm actually going to put a little bit of bubble wrap here. I don't want them flapping. So those are precious. But gotta tell you, on my way out here, there were so many on the side of the road, like, get your crystals here. And I'm like, I wanted to so bad pull over off the side of the road and just get crystals. But I didn't. Especially in going through Arizona. Woo! That was tough. But I was like, I've got my kids in the car. If I stop, it'll be a mess. And anyways, I passed. But eventually one day, I'll go back through and get me some stones. Oh, no worries. Okay, I think I got it now. No worries. It's often done that way. Okay, so again, this was the box. My husband came in clutch last night. He found this box. This box, I had my webcam in it. I had a lot of my higher price stones in here, and a lot of my hoard in here, basically. So I have another coffin shaped, as you see, Labradorite. This is a beautiful thin one. This would be perfect for a ring. This would be perfect for anything. Of course, a moon. Lovely. Amethyst. Nope, fluorite. Just kidding. JK. When in doubt, hold your amethyst up to a light. That's gorgeous. Okay, so if you were in here earlier, here is the mate to this guy. I've got a white one and I've got a black one. I love them. Love this so much. I just think with them being prong set, this would make cute pendant. I've got some hands. These are resin hands, and they're sphere holders. So I love these. More coffins. Dragon's Breathstone. Can't say I have. Can't say. Don't really know. If a stone speaks to me, I'll get it. Of course, got this one here. Crazy Lace. It's another one of those that I thought if I would put a bar on top here. And what I mean by bar is instead of making it around the actual stone, just bezeling the top here, soldering some spring rings on there, and just making the pendant just like this. It's absolutely extraordinary. It's not very heavy. Another one that I had ended up getting, Amazonite. You have your flat back here. Stunning. A little owl. I did get another one of these, so I have another one coming. But again, this would just be so cute as a pendant. Another one of those. I have, of course, Larimar. This one's already spoken for. Yum, 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 Larimar. This was actually a piece that I had made. So that's a fun one. I had to hold on to it. Excuse me. Some more. Yeah, huh? Okay. Here it is. I'm going to try to do some justice. This is the tourmalated amethyst. I'm going to point this down here and try to show. But it's amethyst with tourmaline. Probably not doing it justice, but it is such a deep, dark amethyst. And then how much for the owl? Well, I was going to set it in jewelry. Let me see if I get my other one in, and if I haven't misplaced it, then I'll sell you this one. I'll send you an email since I have your email now. But I'm going to hold on to the owl just for a little bit. It's another one here. Of course, you'll see a lot of stones. This one's Labradorite skull. No shortness of Labradorite. Got me a duck. You never know. You never know. Got a duck. Yeah, so that was a fun one. They had messaged me special for that one. I was like, yes, please. Another one of these had to gold Sheen Obsidian. I don't know where I put the other one. I got some Ganeshas, which is the Buddhist elephant here. These are both in Labradorite. Had to. Perfect. They're flat backs. Just a cute little fella. You got it. Of course, I won't have this thing filled up. Like I said, I've got, look at this one. Clear quartz. It's just a sticker in the back. Got some Herkies, more opals, her diamonds. This one. And some more facets. And yum. Told you guys, I got a problem. I got an issue, and I got actually this one. Carly Q sent this one to me. Lovely soul. Got some bronzite, of course, some malachite, of course. I've got one that's carved scarab. This is actually, I think, resin. This one's malachite. Pear-shaped eyeball in there. All right. 1, 2. Yeah. I had been working on, before my move, these rings for a customer, and she had given me the wrong sizes, so she sent them back, and so now I'm delighted to see them again. But these are them. You may have seen them on my Instagram. Got some boulder opals. Smoky quartz in a facet, and it's a good thing she did send it back, because in transit one of the accented pieces popped off, so it's good, so I can fix it. So that's going to be like first thing on my bench that I'm going to be working on, since that has been a long overdue for me to fix those. So I do fix, so if you get a ring from me and it doesn't fit, you just send it back and we can work it out. Ooh, Russian charoite again. More of a longer pear-shaped. Where did I put you? Over here. Tortilla. The Hun. The freeforms get me every time. Ooh, rainbow obsidian and mahogany obsidian. The malachite is going to be ones that I'm actually going to put in my binder. Bronzite. This one from Mr. Jim. Stunning. Just do a little bit more. So I've been on for an hour, literally getting to the nitty gritty of stones here. We've got Kyanite. That's in a facet. Got, of course, lovely, lovely Labradorite. Burn your eyeballs out. Petersite. Absolutely stunning. We've got Picture Jasper and a beautiful blue lace agate in quartz. The small ones make for a dainty ring. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Got another carnelian. Oranges, reds, they speak to me. I love them. Got some more coffins. Labradorites. Ooh. Woo. Faceted fire Labradorite here. And so if you're interested in any of these, you can screenshot, you can comment. I know I said the exception of the owl. This one, another. Can Picture Jasper have blue in it? I don't know. Mother Nature is a crazy thing. It may. As far as I know, I don't know. So perhaps would be the answer to that. Had to. Fishy, 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 fishy. These, another one with these would make awesome capped ones, so you can actually wear it like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And got another one of the, it's dirty in the bag. Probably from kids. Faceted smoky quartz. Beautiful. I'm actually going to keep that one in the bags. I want to make sure I don't mess that one up. Ooh, lapis. Gorgeous lapis. Here's another one of those, very similar to the Ocean Jasper. Chalcedony, teardrop, drip drop. Yum, 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 yum. It's got it from Mr. Jim. It's something, I'll remember it. But another kite-shaped Labradorite, Kyanite, almost looks like chalcedony, maybe chalcedony, or an agate, perhaps. Scalloped, you could see the striations going down, scalloped. Scriptstone, and then this one is a silver sheen obsidian. Kind of getting the blue from my window here. Gorgeous though. That right there. Trying to organize my bags. Got a bunch of malachite here. Smaller ones. Perfect for a stacking ring. Got some more. This is jade. More Ocean Jasper. These ones here. Larger ones. Blue. Hi. Blue tiger's eye. Freeform here. Gorgeous. And then this was the one I was hunting for. gorgeous Labradorite in the shape of a cloud. Don't feel down. Have a cloud. Okay. This one had to. It's a Moonstone. This would be a perfect. I'm actually going to stick this in a little baggie so I don't lose this one. Okay, believe it or not, we're getting some empty bags. We're getting somewhere. Herkies, Lepidolite. Oh yeah, I actually got some. I don't know. I got some Lepidolite vaginas from Mr. Jim. Lepidolite vagina cabochons. Yawnies. Yawnies? Anyways, I got them, and I got some Labradorite vaginas as well. I don't think I have them out here. Got another rar. My son calls dinosaurs. Rar. I gotta do like that tissue paper method where they like roll up the good morning, where they roll up the paper towels or something so that they can pull out one at a time. I don't know. I gotta look up how people do that. But with bags, baggy waggies. Yeah. This is me. Oh, these. If you know anything about me, faces get me. Faces, hands, and eyeballs. Things. This is ruby and fuchsite. I got 3 of them. So cute. Also got these. I saw Milk and Sugar. She had a piece of amethyst, sort of like this, obviously smaller, and she had it prong set in a ring. Can you imagine? So this one would be perfect for like a pendant if you wanted to do it that way. But I bought a couple of them from Mr. Jim just because the depth of the purple. The richer the purple, the more higher quality of amethyst. But they kind of vary. So you got to be careful because some of them may be heat treated, especially like citrine or something. But do your research as far as where you get them from. I know Mr. Jim, top-notch dude. Anyways, got a couple of these from him. Exactly right. What better way to start saying? Yes, ma'am. It's a whole, this is the fun part now, is going through and organizing and getting things together. So mostly just clearing a spot so I can have my bench, so I can actually start soldering. So yeah, another piece. Oh, I may end up keeping this. I got watermelon tourmaline. I don't know if it'll be able to show through it, maybe if I take it off, but watermelon tourmaline. I've always wanted watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline. So I'm gonna stick some extras in here. Okay, this is another one that I was so excited about. I got little brass punches, so I can make my own solderable accents. So basically, these are heavy. These are punches, and let's just say I'm making like a ball, a silver ball. You heat it until it bunches up into a ball, and it'll be annealed, which means it'll be softer. And I just stick it in here, and then I take my hammer and pound on it, and I'll have this imprintation. This is a teardrop, and this one is a another really fun one. it has a little bit more of a peak to it. So, it's going to be so much fun. I know they make blocks of them that have the different shapes and stamps that you can put your silver in and bead it on there. But for right now, this is what I got. So I'm really excited about using these. I can't wait to use those. Also, I ended up getting a set of turquoise. Now, if you know me, if you've been with me for a while, I'm going to say it. I don't care for pumpkin spice. I'm that white girl that doesn't care for pumpkin spice. It's just not me. And I don't care for turquoise. I can admire its beauty because I like the color. I've had it in my hair a few times, but can't say that if I had to choose, this would be the thing. So I got a set from a source, and all of this is turquoise and silver. So I have the necklace, the bracelet, and the matching earrings. The jeweler in me wants to take this apart and set these. But the real life reseller in me is just going to sit on it for a minute and think about it. So beautiful. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Some of these pieces are just absolutely exquisite. So anyway, that's going to be sitting here lingering. But anyways, I may sell the earrings. The earrings are already together and whatever, but that'll be a problem for future Devin to deal with. Okay, let's do some bench clearing and some more of those. And just like that. Again, the kite. Beautiful ocean jasper. It's just the thing is maybe it's me not trying to be like, I don't know. I can't really rationalize it, I guess, because I don't have a legitimate reason why I don't. I think maybe it's just so hard for me to identify. I don't know. I can appreciate it. But it's just, that's it. Another one of these, a bag of earring ones here. I've got some blue lace. Blue lace is a little bit more on the expensive side. I've got some lapis, and I've got some tree agate. So I'm keeping a lot of the doubles in a separate pile, and then keeping the smaller ones in a smaller section. So yeah. And of course, I do have drawers in my workbench, but the bottoms keep slipping back. It's not your thing. Yep. So I got to figure that out. I got to probably nail them shut or something. Okay, let's clear my bench. Geode, also another one I got from Mr. Jim. Perfect for earrings as well. Matching set. I'll go there. But wait, there's more. Moldavite. I kept it with me. Hello, good morning. Yeah, I kept it with. It's the only piece of Moldavite I have, actually. I had someone send me a piece of Moldavite that I actually set in a ring. Really excited about that. That was fun to work with that. Okay. got some Labradorite beads. Thought they'd make beautiful accents. I'm trying to pick a day, for you 7 souls that are in here watching me, hello. Trying to pick a day to come on and go on. A day that would fit and work out. I really liked the Thursday being on. Something about Thursdays that really tickle my pickle. And also, I'd like to do maybe 2, since I have the space out here, I might as well use it. So maybe 2 times a week being on here. Yes, it is. Yeah. You know, I found that there's some things that are different, and there's some things that are the same as far as the prices here in Texas. I can tell you that I could not believe the price on food, how much cheaper it is here as far as food goes. But yes, my electric bill has been a lot cheaper. But what's really interesting about Texas that I have found is that when you're doing your electrical, at least for Southern Texas, I would just, if I was in California, I would just call the city and get electrical in my house. Well, here you get to choose where you want your electrical to come from, the type of program. You get to lock in a rate, and it's depending on how many kilowatts you go through. So, like, for example, you would pay 10 cents a kilowatt or 0.10 cents. I don't know exactly, but my husband and I were like thrown for a loop. Never in a million years did I have to think that that would be something I'd be kilowatts. So anyway, yeah. So you lock in your kilowatts for however many years, and the price doesn't change. It's absolutely insane. So there that is. There's my tangent. It's never been for me. Anyways, all right. Let's clear my bench. That's fine. Ooh, I love having on my baggies. Yeah. Sort of. Mostly, and that's, I've been literally asking everybody. I'll just ask them. I'll talk to them. Anyone who has COVID? Well, I personally don't have it. So I don't really know. I guess I should say I'm not the best person to ask. That's that. Can't really say. But insurance, would have to say, is a lot cheaper here. I was very surprised because upon Googling, I heard that Texas had, I don't know, this is Google, I'm not saying that Texas had not so great insurance, health insurance. But actually, we're able to have insurance for our whole family for less than $200 a month, which in California, California was going to be upwards of $1,000 a month plus minimum coverage. So yes, car registration was cheaper. There's a lot of things that is a culture shock difference. I've noticed when turning on the city utilities, getting my car registration. They don't have a DMV here, Department of Motor Vehicles. They have something else, which the name still escapes me. I can't remember, but they have another hub where basically they take care of your basically it's the DMV for Texas. And I filled out the registration and got my plates the same day. People here probably think I'm nuts because I couldn't believe the differences. Like I said, I got plates the same day, and I'm like, wait, what? It doesn't come in the mail and you got to wait for it? So there's differences. Definitely, but it's fun and exciting, and it's new and it's different, and it's great. Hi, Papa Smurf. Hope you're doing well, Jay. And for those 9 souls that are in here, if you weren't in here earlier, today is my mom's birthday. So the other half, choking on spit. The other half of Moonstone Mamas has a birthday today. She's turning 28. Cracking me up. I'm still 28, so yeah. How's the weather? Swampy. Swamp is how I would describe the weather and my body. Constantly moist. Deodorant, stock up. Just humid. It's not bad. When the first night we were actually here in southern Texas, there was a thunderstorm. Came out of nowhere and was lightning and thundering, and the rain, it's just like opened up and just sprayed. It was insane, but it was so beautiful. I actually grew up, my dad was in the military, so we traveled a lot. And we were in Kentucky and Tennessee for a hot, wet minute until we moved back to California. So the majority of my life has been spent in California, born there. But we did travel. And so I don't really remember because I was young, but when it opened up and rained, it was still hot outside. Going to the beach, because I'm an hour from Corpus Christi, it's hot over there. I'm used to going to Santa Cruz or Monterey where it's like you put on a sweater and then you dip your toe and you're like, regret it for the rest of the day. No. Like, if I didn't have my children, I would be belly flopping into the ocean. But even the water was hot. I couldn't believe it. We do have a DMV, but vehicle registration and titles are handled through, yes, county tax office. There it is. All right, guys, let's go through my silver. I've already been on for an hour and 18 minutes, but you're here, you want to see, right? Okay, I got my torch. Obviously, I put this in here, but I have 2 other torches that my husband put in, like combustibles. Since he was driving the big truck, he didn't want to obviously have combustibles around. She's still working. I missed you. Oh, can't wait. So, another thing too, like I said, I got to organize my silver, and that's what I'm going to be doing now. So I went through stones. Now I'm going to go through silver. Lately, a majority of the things I've been working with has been silver. I have worked with copper before. Copper has a higher melting point than silver. Silver is more expensive. Copper, if I had to say what would be a good metal to start out, if you could afford it, silver, because it's by far the easiest that I have worked with. I have not worked with gold or platinum, and I don't see that in the next foreseeable future doing that, at least yet. But copper is always fun and exciting to use. I do have, found at a thrift store, a bunch of copper tags, stampables, and it was kind of funny. You kind of go through, at least when you're trying to find your niche, you go through the separate things. So, I mean, I tried wire wrapping, I tried punching, I tried doing all those things, but I felt all of it still kind of directed me towards doing this, which was silversmithing, because you still use essentially the wire wrapping techniques. You still use the stamping techniques. At least I do. I know there's some people that don't. But it's all just finding what you like and going with it. So, of course, it took me a hot, wet minute to get the things I needed. And it gives you an opportunity to, like, I didn't just buy all this stuff at one point. It's taken me a minute, especially if you're going to start out. I recommend, there's a kit through Beejucation. And I recommend Beejucation because they have a YouTube themselves where I went through and learned the basics on how to solder. But I just told myself, don't be afraid and just come out here and do it. I think what really helped me is starting simple, and then each time I came back out here elaborating and embellish it more and try something that scares you. Try a double split band. Try a new bezel wire. Try combining different metals. Try using different stones. Just try. So nevertheless, they have a package. It's a beginning soldering package. Like I said last night, they give you your torch. They give you some metals to work with. Basically, they give you everything to start except the butane. So that's great. And it's less than $100 and top notch. Also, let's see here. I get my stamps from them. This is how I kind of have my stamps here. I have a couple of them that are my classic go-to stamps, and a couple that, are the letters and everything. And then I have tons more. It's just a madhouse, to be honest. I love stamps. And you don't have to spend a lot of money on stamps either. Beejucation has stamps that you can get. And I happen to luck out and get a huge set of stamps from Shop Goodwill. I just went on there and searched metal stamps, and you never know what you're going to find. And so I picked up tons of metal stamps. Some of them are not complete alphabetic sets, but do some research. I know that a full A to Z sometimes could be like $60. If you don't have $60, find another outlet. Go on Facebook Market. Look for someone that isn't doing it anymore, or put a request out there. You know what I mean? There's a will, there's a way. Okay, another thing I got too that has been a lifesaver for me has been this thing. I got this one from Rio Grande. This is just, it has, of course, more cabochons in here because, like, I can hide them from myself. I don't know who I'm trying to hide from. But this actually is where you can put your burrs and your different sanding tools. Definitely, I recommend this, getting control over your sanding tools. I ended up getting this from Rio Grande, as I mentioned. Even the sanding tools I had gotten from Rio Grande. They come with little mandrels that are just like this. They attach to my Dremel. Anyway, so there's tons of holes. And I just have, my spots where I put them. Okay. So, and then it has this little back bar here where I can stick my, my pliers. But half the time they don't end up staying on there. I lose them on my bench somewhere. So, another thing, I can't not. I got more solderable accents. I got more silver accents. I have stars. I have leaves. I have feathers. Another great place to look for a resource for solderable accents is Etsy. But keep in mind, it's all in what you want to spend and how much you want to spend. Just because something is cute, you don't try to find a way to make it yourself. Harbor Freight, yes, exactly. I actually have my Harbor Freight Dremel. It's not a Dremel, but it's my Harbor Freight one right here. And this is how I started out. It's a drill master. It's also what they call me, drill master. But yeah, bits and everything. Another thing too, worth the splurge, wet dry sandpaper. You can get it at your local automotive shop, or you can get it on Amazon. They go from what, 400 to 1800 grit. Is that right? 400 to 3000 grit. Wet dry sandpaper is exactly what it sounds like. Wet dry sandpaper. You can wet it and it'll work, and you could dry it and it'll work. It's perfect that if you accidentally bumped a piece of, if you bumped a piece of your agate slice, let's say you don't have wet dry sandpaper. Take your nail files, start from the lowest grit, which would be the most abrasive, and work your way in smoothness up to the highest. The higher it is, the softer the coarseness is, and it'll add that shine. Same thing if you have, like I said, nail file. You take your most abrasive tips all the way down, and you can polish that crack out. Quite literally, crack. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so just a few things, I have on my bench. I just also have, rubber finger condom. Those are nice. I've also seen people use athletic tape around their fingers, so when they're polishing, because it gets hot. Really? You see my armpits? Don't fret. Okay. I need to get a garbage can. My pickle pot, I'm going to need to fill my pickle pot up, but I think it mostly is just going to be prep today. But I have a lot of stuff still on my bench that I want to remove and take off here. I'm going to be organizing my silver. Okay. I need to get garbage cans. Someone else online? A Harbor Freight tumbler? Yeah. Yeah. I need to get myself a tumbler. That would be really nice to get. I just haven't got around to it yet. I know there's Harbor Freights here because we've driven past a couple of them. But yeah, why spend so much money on something that you may or may not use, like the Dremel? I didn't realize, or a rotary tool rather, didn't realize how much, it depends. I don't have, crucible. I don't have a crucible or anything. I don't have that high of a heat. I'm just working on a butane torch right now. I do have a propane torch, but as far as the heat goes, I don't really have that much. But when it comes to something maybe like really small, yeah, I'll melt it down. I'll make it into little balls or something, accents. But as far as like heavy silver and a lot of silver, I will save my scrap. And Rio Grande has a program where you send in your scrap metal. You have to remove all of the stones from it first, but you send it in, they take a percentage, and then they take like a $50 cut. But if you saved your silver over time, to me, it was worth it. And you can either have them credit it to your actual account, or you can have it sent back to you in a check. I know some people are really against that program, but it was great for me. So I think, just try it. Whatever fits for you is the thing that's going to work. Eventually, I'd love to learn how to cast. This is like a scrap. This would be definitely something I would cut maybe into 3, and then I would melt this down. So not too much, but you see what I mean. So this is something I actually ended up getting from Rio Grande. Definitely worth it. I love the rubber. They're rubber. And they're sanders. And you put them on the mandrel, just like this. And that's how you polish your silver. You obviously can use files. I do have files. Files I found are quite expensive. I have a micro set. That's quite literally, I was like, how micro can you get files? They're micro, okay? And they're expensive unless you can find them secondhand. And I know there's a way to clean them, but they're a little expensive. I did splurge and get a file, and I've been doing this for a little bit, and I got a file. I don't even know where I put it, somewhere around here. But another thing too is Tweezers Pliers. These are interlocking pliers. So you see here, you pinch to open, so they're like a third hand. Speaking of third hands, third hand things that I've bought separate in addition to, always price search. I found some rockin' tools on eBay, rockin' tools on Rio Grande, just to search around for prices. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and I still don't, on things. But some things I have found have been real cool. Let's see. This was a tool that I had actually found on Instagram. It's called Smooth Set. This would be taking the burnisher out of it. When you're setting a stone and your prongs are up like this, when you set the stone in here, you have more, at least I find this more comfortable, to actually set your stone in. You have a little bit more, it's a more comfortable fit for me. But again, I still have my burnisher, which basically smooths the metal around a stone. I was showing this last night because I splurged on this. I was having the hardest time trying to figure something out that I could use to round my my bezels, my small bezels. When you have stones that are smaller, like this, for example, I have some Larimar here, and I have some smaller Moonstones here. When you find one very small like this, and you're working the bezel, and sometimes you're just trying to get, anyways, it's nice to have a small mantle. Okay. Another thing from being in micro, I definitely don't need any more micros. I have micros. I need like a big one. Another thing I have found since living in Texas is the abundance of butterflies. I had found a butterfly that actually had passed. It was on the ground outside of a hardware store, and I picked it up, and I've kept it. No, this is probably not the best way to preserve a life, but I thought that I would use its wings to incorporate it into jewelry. I only pick them up if they've already passed. If they're still kicking it, I give them some water. So I always usually have water in the car for the kids or something, or try to put them back on their little tootsies. Use a small mandrel, a file like a bead. I don't have a bead reamer. That was another thing too. When you get out here, you kind of get crafty. You use the bottom of things to try to round things out. I was just trying anything, and then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. So again, as I mentioned, I'm gonna organize my silver. When I have found in doing this in a very small amount of time that fine silver, 999 silver, is softer to work with, and I feel easier to work with around a stone. There's that. When you buy a stone setting kit, it comes with these 3 things, and I got these off of Amazon. They just have a wooden handle. This is a burnisher prong setter. Basically, you're going around the bezel. This is a prong setter. It's indented. See, it's indented so that you can actually move your prongs down. And then this one here is the burnisher. You're going around metal to metal. You're softening the metal, and you're getting it as close to the stone as possible. So mine's a little too sharp. I need to file mine down. But again, this is one that I have found that I've really enjoyed using. I feel like I can get a better grip on it. It's fiberglass. It's got a really fun tip that mimics the burnisher, and then it's got, like, you know, the rounded bottom that mimics that one. Okay, another one that I feel like has really helped me in this whole thing, and I buy probably 10 at a time on Amazon, are flush cutters, not flesh cutters, flush cutters. Again, these are mini electronic pliers, but they're mini diagonal pliers. So I have a couple of those that I use kind of on rotation. Another thing, soldering pick. Mine has seen better days, but it works. So this is basically the thing you use in correlation with the heat to move around your solder and your metal. It's basically the corraller. Okay, I've got rubber. Yep. This is more of, you could pinch it a little bit more. This is more of a harder rubber. But basically use this for when I'm mending, or not mending, but bending the metal around my mandrel. I keep my hammers usually over here. Another hammer that I have is somewhere. It has a flat side and a rounded side. I got a, felt so fancy. I ordered this much of it. It's not that much, but this is 24 gauge. So this is just sterling silver round wire. But again, I really enjoy Rio Grande because you can get the amount that you're looking for. So I did want to get a large amount. I wanted to make the twisted design around the outside of a bezel for embellishment. And so I went with this, but this could also be used for tons of other things as well, not just that. I got this one. This was from Beeducation. This helps too. I don't know what the circle thing. I don't know what they call this. Just a Euro tool. But basically, it has the 3 different shapes here, so you can make a ring circular. There it is. Okay. I always have some kind of scrap with me. This one right here was a bracelet that I actually sold, and it was too small for somebody. And with bending and rebending, I have noticed that it broke. So this is beautiful. It's all silver. And I think I might turn them into little rings. They're pretty comfortable. But it's a bunch of silver on here. So I have this out here just for inspiration, I guess. Another thing that I have and I need to liquidate, but basically liquefy. I have some cuprinil, which is flux. Flux and solder work hand in hand. And I have handy flux here, but it has gone dry. So I need to add some water to that. Okay, let's get to some silver here. Again, I have microfiles. This is not micro, this is just a 2-inch. So it's not that bad. Oh, they do? I gotta check that out. So I do have those in here. Rulers, pliers, and some more silver. Basically, and I would recommend to you is to have a drawer just designated to your different metals. That's really worked for me. And then, of course, to go through the bags that I have just put in here. I need to order some more sheet silver. Okay, so move this down a little bit more. Pliers. I have this here, which again, this is 26 gauge, so this is a little bit thicker. This was more expensive. This is really thick. I love the setting. It's very whimsical, medieval, very, very cool, but it's a thick gauge. So that's the thing with that. But this is what it ends up looking like. Very cool in the setting. I used it on this ring to set the opals. Another thing too, when it comes to prong settings like this, it's really easy to undo the prong settings and fix them. So I'm going to be really excited to be able to whip that out and undo those and open them back up and maneuver them a little bit. Another thing I ended up getting is the scalloped bezel wire. This one is called a gallery wire. It's like the little sister to this one. You can see. So there's that. You have your scalloped. So then this was the gallery. Very nice. Reminds me of a crown, basically. And I just take them and roll them up a little bit. Put them in a bag. That way they're not just everywhere. Eventually I'll have a better system for them, but that's what works for me right now. Also, scalloped, or not scalloped, this is serrated. Definitely each different bezel is a completely different story to your piece. This one, you oftentimes, the serrated edges you find in a lot of Southwestern jewelry, or it could also be, you know, whimsical jewelry. Another thing I have here is, I guess I have some half round. Sad. So it's nice to have these tags on here. Again, half round. Take it here. Put it in my drawer. 10 gauge. Thicker than a Snicker. This stuff is like, whew, it is thick, heavy. This is perfect if you like the feeling of a round band. This is perfect for an accent, and you need the slightest amount if you're going to make any kind of accent like this. This is some thick stuff. I've made a few rings with the 10 gauge. I've made them, like, especially with this one, I was able to stamp around it. So I have on here moons and stars on the bands. And so Really easy. After you anneal it, which means basically fire it up, you heat it up until it's red, but not super, super red. It becomes soft. So another thing too, if you're going to be out here, out in your place, keep a bag for extras. I firmly believe that you can really turn something into something else. So a lot of the pieces that I've made, I've utilized other pieces from other things. As long as it's silver, why not? This is a dapper. I don't like it. I wish that it was, this is a beginner one. It's made out of wood. A lot of times they're metal. Sometimes they're not. But it comes with this tool here. And basically you're giving depth to the piece. This is perfect if you wanted to make like a spinner ring. You would take your band and put it up here and you'd hit it and it curves it, right? So, of course, the depths are different, but I've used them and I feel like they don't make that much of a difference. Maybe it's the pieces that I'm using. I still got to play with this. So that's another one that's on my bench. It's a finishing piece. Of course, some more files. And I'm like, how could they be micro? They are the tiniest. Yay. Again, I just took my bench and went into this bag. So a lot of the stuff, it's just random stuff. So some stuff I had underneath was some more. And this is stuff that I get popularly requested. This is like a floral, it's kind of like an Art Deco kind of look to it. I love this. I love this, using it as a band. I've made a triple band with it. As you can see here, it polishes up so beautifully with the patina in it. And you could actually take the in-betweens here because it has like, I'll show you the design, focus up. So you can see the rounding that it has here. It's like a little half moon round. You can actually take these pieces and use them as solderable accents. So little rounds, you can use anything. Don't be scared. You can do anything for love. Another thing that I get a lot with my orders is bread ties. Bread ties are perfect to secure your silver, so you don't lose it. I may just end up having to lay out a piece of paper and just dump all that out and go through it. But I completely forgot what I had ordered from Rio Grande. Plain bezel, okay, is another thing. You have just plain bezel. I have found that plain bezel is probably, as a beginner, the most difficult to work with. When you have a gallery wire or a scalloped edge, all you have to worry about are those little petals. This here, you have to actually manipulate the whole thing to make sure you're keeping that stone in place. So I need to challenge myself to work with this more. I'm looking for a mega chunky silver charm bracelet, organic hammered style links with the toggle clasp. It's out there. I have yet to try bracelets. That's another thing. Before I left California, my mom wanted me to, but I ran out of time. I got some more gallery wire. I love the challenge. Yeah, gallery wire. Normally it's kind of sometimes a little unsettling when you get over to a site and you're looking at the different gauges. On Rio Grande, they actually have like a comparison sheet that is downloadable. I have thought I had my paper in here that went over the different gauges and lengths for your ring sizes, but I normally stick to 24, 26 gauge when I'm looking at bezel wire. So if that helps you, that's from doing research and watching videos on Beaducation, just watching random people solder. I follow a bunch of people on Instagram. I just do as much research as possible. So that's what I have here. Flat and some more gallery. I also have some half round 10 gauge wire. So it's half round, meaning it's half round, not full round. I like the half round for the bands. And then this right here is wire solder. This is medium solder. I found that I absolutely love using wire solder as opposed to the sheets. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and take a piece of paper and dump out all of this. What a mess. All right. I think I got this from my mom, and my mom said that this was silver down here. I got to test it again just to be sure, but that's why I had it out there. My first beginning, so extra soft wire or soldering, yep, Quartz. This is all scrap silver that just dumped. Cool. Time for another bag, such as this. I like to keep my scrap silver out here because you never know what you're going to need to use in a pinch. Almost like engineering something. So I'm going to take my, look at this. Look at how thick. And it's just silver. More silver, more silver, more silver. Just scrap. A herringbone chain that's broken. Earrings. A Greek key. So rings. Insane. Like this too. So yeah, you could almost get inspiration just by looking at a single earring. It has that pattern on there. I can make a whole thing. This right here is another ring. It split the band and it says love. So don't be afraid to hold on to those single earrings. Even this one too has a little bit of gold on it. But tons of stuff that just don't. Bar. Some of these can be fixed. Some of them can't. Some of them I may end up sending to Rio Grande. Some of them, using, melting into silver bowls. But anyways, this is kind of what my plans are for today. I'm so excited to be able to have a place for my own and not have to come out here just when my husband gets home from work. This is my work now. I'm so excited about it. I cannot tell you enough. And for those 9 souls that are in here with me, if you haven't already, it is my mama's birthday. And if you want to say happy birthday, Moonstone Jamie. She's turning 26. Gets younger every time I mention it. But yes, it's my mom's birthday today. Again, California time, it's only 8 a.m. over there. And my grandma, she would call us and wake us up for our birthdays. But I'm not going to do that to her. Anyways. Ooh. So yeah. Happy birthday to my mama. I have a jewelry stand on my bench with things that inspire me. Yes, exactly. Another thing too, I keep things on my windowsill. Even when I was over in California, it wasn't a windowsill, but I keep things that represent my kids. So I have this fat little Buddha that represent my son, and I have a little magnet lap of luxury for my daughter, and that's just the beginning of it. Always have things around that represent my kids, because I think motherhood in general is a great source to get inspiration from. I think that's what really helped spark it for me, is motherhood, eyes and stuff like that. So you're watching your kids and all of that. Yep, she has Facebook, so if anyone wants to go on there, but I'm sure she'll be on today. So make sure to tell her happy birthday, and she'll just be like, oh, but when someone knows, it's always a nice feeling. And she's my mom. So again, I'm just going through, and I dumped out all of the stuff, and a lot of this stuff can be repurposed, and I'll probably end up going through this again. And that's another thing. If you're just like, oh, I don't see myself doing something like this, and let's just say you just like unboxing jewelry and selling jewelry as is, go through every single thing, because with jewelry, even the garbage stuff can be repurposed by somebody. Somebody starting out making jewelry wants those earrings that you're putting aside, because those earrings have the post back maybe glued to them. Everything is something. So if you take that in mind, that's why another thing, aside from the cultural aspect of jewelry, I love that everything can be used. Absolutely everything. Unless it literally has verdigris on it, which is like jewelry mold, everything can be used. Everything can be repurposed. And that's what I love. No waste. So, look at this. And single earrings. Don't knock them. Put them on eBay, because someone like me, freakazoid, is gonna buy them. So, there's that. So this is basically what I'm going to be doing, going through, getting things organized. I'm hoping to put some, you'll be able to see me. I'm going to be out here 99% of the time from now on. Even when I have my jewelry shows, I'll have it up here. I'm hopefully wanting to have another desk, so that it could be separate from this one, so I can just pull jewelry off, and not thinking about having another day too for funsies. So figure something out. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. As you can see, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to turn on some tunes and organize. I hope that I inspired you today. If you have any questions on anything that you saw, any questions on starting out, I am an open book when it comes to sources. I feel that everyone should have an equal opportunity to thrive. So feel free to message me. Feel free to email me. I know, I guess I will say, I had someone message me and wanting me to do an auction with them. I don't think I'm quite set up for that yet. As you can see, my brain has exploded all over this. So I'm not quite set up to do maybe like a double auction with somebody, but that's not to say it'll never happen. So anyways, any questions on any stones, holler at your girl. I'm always here to help, especially with identifying. That's my jam. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. And stuff went out today in the mail, so be sure to check that out. Bye, guys.